EO you have in stereo. So EO, after the EO you put a S. So it becomes stereos. STEREOS. Now we come to the fifth rule. Nouns ending in F or FE form the plural by changing the F or FE into VES. So here we have different words, as in calf, CALF, it is ending in F. So it will become calves, CALVES. Then you have a word knife, which is ending in FE, KNIFE. So FE will change to VES. So the word will become KNIVES. Alright. Similarly, you have life, LIFE, word ending with FE, which will be converted to VES. FE will become VES, so you will have lives, LIVES. But nouns ending in FF, EEF, OOF, IEF and RF are some nouns ending in F form the plural by adding S to the singular. So when you have words ending with EEF, FF, all these words you're going to change to the plural form by just adding an S to it. Like chief, CHIEF. Over here you are having EIEF at the end of the word chief, CHIEF. So when you have IEF, it will become chiefs. Only S will be added, CHIEFS. You have next word RF, as in the word dwarf, DWARF. So the word is ending with the RF. So it will become dwarfs, DWARFS. Clear? So children, you go through all the words. Then you have handkerchief, it will become handkerchiefs. Now the next is the following nouns form their plural by a change of the inside vowel. As in singular words are given, as in foot, FOOT, foot. So the two vowels inside the word is double O. So now when we change the foot to the plural form, it becomes feet. So both the O's are changed to double E. Then you have goose. Goose will become geese. GOOSE will become GEESE. Clear? Similarly, you have man, MAN, man as in singular. You have men as in plural. A man is changed into E, that is men. Now there are some always exceptions, children. Some nouns have the same form in the plural as well as in the singular. These words you need to know. As for deer, as, sheep, swine, cod, trot, salmon. Okay, so with that we come to the end of the chapter. You are just going to go through all the rules, go through the chapter, and any doubts you have, you can ask me on the next time or the next lesson that we meet. Alright, now if you can just go to chapter 6, which is in chapter 20, page number 20, and that is noun gender. Alright, now before starting noun gender, I would just like to tell you, I'm sure you know what gender is, right? When we talk about gender, you write male or female, right? Whatever it is. So it is actually defined as the classification of a noun or a pronoun as feminine, masculine or neuter. Example of masculine is he, she is for feminine, or woman, whatever you take it. Okay. Then you have neuter gender. It is for the name of things. Those are lifeless objects. That is called neuter gender. Alright. And the fourth one you have common gender. The noun baby, as may be used for both male and female. Student, you can use it for both male and female. So you just look at this chapter, look at the following sentence. This man is a teacher. The woman speaks softly. the chair is to sit on, the baby is playing. In sentence 1, man is the name of a male and therefore it is said to be of masculine gender. In sentence 2, the noun woman is the name of a female. It is therefore said to be of feminine gender. In sentence 3, the noun chair is the name of a thing which is a lifeless object. Alright, it cannot talk, walk or do anything. It doesn't have any feelings or emotions or anything. So it is therefore said to be of neuter gender. In sentence 4, the noun baby. Can you see the picture of the baby? It may be used both for a male or a female. It is therefore said to be of common gender. A noun that denotes a male is said to be of masculine gender, as for grandfather, father, uncle, dog, horse, king, etc. A noun that denotes a female is said to be of feminine gender, as for grandmother, girl, hen, mare, lioness, etc. A noun that denotes lifeless objects is said to be of neuter gender, table, car, scooter, etc. Then we have common gender. It is said to be used for both male and female. As for baby, doctor, teacher, servant, friend, etc. It can be a male friend or it can be a female friend. And that's it. Now you will do this exercise 1 in your books. Then you come to page number 21, formation of the feminine gender. Alright. By adding ESS to the masculine nouns, like count. With the word count, count is a masculine noun. So with this word, you will add ESS at the end of the word and it will be converted into a feminine gender. It will become countess, COUNTESS, countess. God is a masculine gender. It will become goddess, GODDESS, goddess. Poet, masculine gender, it will become poetess, POETESS. Okay. By adding ESS but with a slight change. Here is a slight change. Please notice. Masculine actor, ACTOR. It will become feminine actress. But over here, the OR is no more there, it becomes RESS. So it becomes ACTRESS, actress. There is certain change over here. Negro, NEGRO, it will be converted to NEGRESS. Alright, so that's it children. Now we have notes that the feminine of the noun hero, this is again an exception, is heroine. Then we can change by using from masculine to feminine by using totally a different word. Like boy will become girl, brother, sister, bachelor, maid, cock, hen, drake, duck, colt, filly, gentleman, lady, horse, mare, Mr., Mrs., son, daughter, papa, mama, wizard, witch, and lots more. And lastly, you can change from masculine to feminine by changing the prefix or the suffix. Now, do you know what is a prefix and a suffix? Prefix, it is a group of letters, okay, and that is added to the beginning of a word. And suffix is a group of letters which is added to the end of the word. Okay, and prefixes modify the meaning of a word. They modify the meaning of a word. They can make a word negative, alright, and they can even